Barbie is a work of art. Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'll be reviewing the movie of the year, the already iconic Barbie movie, starring Margot, Robbie and Ryan Gosling, directed by Greta Gerwig. I am a girl who used to always play with Barbies. I loved to dress them up, do little role plays with them, and experiment till they looked like weird Barbie. Most of my Barbie dolls were hand-me-downs from my big sister, but the ones I got for myself were always my favorite presents. I'd immediately open up the box and begin playing. So, let's metaphorically open up the box and begin talking about this movie. This is a very different film for Greta Gerwig. The only film I've seen from her is Little Women, which, while great, didn't have the scope of Barbie. Greta had an amazing vision for what a Barbie movie could be, and effectively crafted an emotional, funny, and breathtaking story about the struggles of being a woman. There were more important issues being brought up and discussed than expected in a Barbie movie, but I'm not mad. The feminist angle that Greta took elevated this movie, from a camp buddy cop to a mature look at society that genuinely has a chance for Best Picture. Many women I theatre laughed at all the jokes regarding how Barbies think they inspired women to rule the world, and all of the points made since all of them are rooted in a painful truth. America Ferrera's speech was truly powerful, and I'm happy that the millions of young girls who see this movie in theatres are hearing it, and I hope they take it in and learn from it. Another really powerful moment was when Barbie had a discussion with the creator of Barbie, with Billie Eilish's emotional soundtrack song What Was I Made For playing behind it. I'm really glad that they brought up that motherhood is just as much of a hard job as being an astronaut or a president, and being a mother doesn't make you any less powerful. It makes you more powerful. A very beautiful moment that Greta decided to keep in, even when there was talks of cutting it out, was when Barbie sees the elderly woman. In Barbieland, nobody ages, so Barbie was a little bit stunted, but she still smiled and told her she was beautiful. I feel like this is the moment where Barbie realizes not everything has to be the same and perfect. The lady is played by iconic costume designer Anne Roth, which is a great cameo. Story-wise, this movie is very similar to The Little Mermaid. Barbie has flat feet, which is discouraged like Ariel's human obsession. Then Ariel and Barbie both go to the real world, and after going back to their original home, Barbie decides to turn into a human, just like Ariel. I'm not saying Barbie copied The Little Mermaid, but it's just a cool coincidence, and both these stories are great. Speaking of Barbie becoming a human, that final scene where she went to the gynecologist was really funny, but also powerful. Tied in with both a joke made earlier about Barbie not having but also to Ruth's speech of motherhood. Barbie may be inspired and may want to be a mother. Or maybe she just wants to check that she has a Let's now talk about Barbieland, because wow, that stuff's impressive. There was basically no CGI involved in the making of this town, and it really paid off, giving the movie the authentic feel of a Barbie world. Barbie's dream house is a really fun set piece, and I love how they fully went for it with the plastic fire, non-water shower, and cups with nothing in them. All the Barbies and Kens did absolutely fantastic, portraying these things seriously, especially Margot Robbie, who did a fantastic job in this film. This is a career-defining role for Robbie, and she completely blew me out of the water with this performance. She completely encapsulates the character of Barbie in her bright performance that is camp at times, but in a funny way that really makes you like her. She is so lovable and innocent, and her excitement about literally everything is just so fun to watch. All the other Barbies were great too, and really showed what Barbie is meant to be about, representing women of all shapes and colours. They were all super unique. My favourites were Dua Lipa's Mermaid Barbie, Issa Rae's President Barbie, and of course, Kate McKinnon's Weird Barbie. Weird Barbie was such a funny, cool, and kind of inspirational character. McKinnon is a great comedian, and I appreciated how helpful and honest Weird Barbie was, even though everyone called her mean names. I loved how she truly did not care about what anybody thought. Let's talk about the human characters for a minute. Will Ferrell was a delight as always, portraying the CEO of Mattel. I was expecting him to be a bit more villainous, but he really didn't do anything that bad. He is also a great comedian that showed how a human would realistically act if a life-size Barbie came to town. My favorite of the human characters was Ariana Greenblatt's Sasha. Her speech about how Barbie's a fascist was really funny, but intentionally misguided. Those 4 girls at that lunch table all looked like the Bratz girls, and even if that wasn't intentional, it was still really funny. Sasha has some intense character development throughout this movie, as she grows closer with her mother Gloria through helping save Barbieland. Ariana is a great young actress, who I've been watching for a while, so it's nice to see her with a big role in a blockbuster like this. I didn't enjoy Gloria's character as much as Sasha's. America Ferrera is definitely likable, and her speech was breathtaking, but I feel like she was definitely overacting in some parts, showing her excitement over Barbies. She wasn't horrible, though. Now let's talk about the man you've all been waiting to hear about. Alan. Just kidding, it's Ken. I mean, wow, what can I even say? Ryan completely knocked this role out of the park. He was absolutely hilarious and so charmingly goofy. In Barbieland, Ken is just an accessory, but in the real world, he is the man. His discovery of men having way more rights than women was so funny, and him screaming, "Men rule the world!" excitedly made the whole theater erupt in laughter. Greta is so clever for making him kind of the villain to the story, because he discovers the patriarchy and brings it back to Barbieland, turning it into Kendom. This whole thing just seems so ridiculous, but it's actually really well done. The whole, dude bro thing was so funny and honestly a true depiction of some men. That final scene where he was having a breakdown was so freaking funny. I'm really happy that Ken didn't just go back to being Barbie's accessory. Barbie sets him off on a journey of self-discovery, which I hope we'll see in a solo Ken spin-off show or movie. I really want an I Am Kenough hoodie now. I love how his personality is Beach, since Beach Ken is one of the most popular Ken options. Ryan's Ken is definitely my favorite character in the movie. The other Kens were really great too. My favorites were, of course, Simu Liu, and also Kingsley Benadir, who was playing a very different character to Gravik in Secret Invasion. Both had lots of charisma and charm to them, which all Kens need. The rivalry between Simu and Ryan was really funny, and their actual war took it to a whole other level. A random Ken inclusion was John Cena? I never knew I needed to see John Cena and Dua Lipa in a plastic ocean together as mermaids, but it's kind of the best thing that's ever happened to me. I really liked how the Kens are less traditional manly men and more like Danny Zuko Elvis characters, which was a great choice. That guitar number they did was so funny and well edited, and I loved their reactions to the Barbies swapping Kens. What was even better than that was I'm Just Ken, which will be stuck in my head for the rest of my life. The first part, which is a Ryan Gosling solo, is so funny, but it gets even better near the end, when all the Kens join in and they have a Grease Lightning moment. It wasn't just the amazing singing and lyrics that sold this song, it was also Ryan Gosling's movements. The hand movements and facial expressions were so damn funny. You can tell he has a musical theatre background. Let's talk about the amazing soundtrack of this movie, because wow. There are some certified bops like Dance the Night and Speed Drive, which are just some really fun numbers, but I was amazed how some of these songs fit the plot. Lizzo's Pink was crafted especially for that opening scene, as all the lyrics matched exactly what was happening on screen, and the lyrics even changed when Barbie began not being perfect. What I was made for, as I said earlier, is in the scene where Barbie decides to be human. The chords of this song also appear in pretty much every emotional scene in this movie. It just really fits the theme of this movie and adds to the already emotional moments a lot. This soundtrack is an absolute 10 out of 10. I stand by my comment that Barbie is a work of art. It takes a children's toy that's been around for 50 years and gives it so much more meaning. It brings up important issues and topics not often touched upon in movies. While being a very important and inspirational movie, it also was a fun time filled with creative set pieces and some of the funniest dialogue I have ever heard. This movie is by far the best movie of the year so far. I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10. That was my review for the new Barbie movie. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Have a great day.